Right, this is just going to be a quick one. Just random bits and pieces as they come to my head. I'd keep your shards. 5 and 1 might be the lowest shard count I think I've ever seen. Just keep saving them. It's not worth pulling. You've actually got half decent rosters that you can work with for different things. I would start by trying to fix this. This is just 3 stats that are just literally missing for you. If you just remove your defense and just put a 1-man defense in of someone rubbish, you can only lose 10 times in 24 hours before you get hidden. So as long as you can stay active enough, you can keep this topped up easy. I've set you up with a speed farm thing here versus those rubbish teams that are going to pop up because you'll start losing. You should just be able to pretty much just blast through anyone that's going to sort of be in your way. You can put Marius back in Stone Skin if you need to. If there's like a dodgy thing like this maybe. Don't even try it. See what happens. Depends how good these chums are built. There you go. Yeah, it'll be even easier versus the other teams. But if you put him in Stone Skin, he'd have stayed alive there and you'd have just killed it easier. We could try random ones, see what it does. I mean, at that kind of low level, there shouldn't really be too many things that are that challenging. If you just be able to full auto it. Again, if he was in, if he's in Stone Skin, it just makes it a bit easier. You can still full auto it, so just literally keep pushing that and keep doing this. Now, your gear is your biggest problem. There's just not enough of this stuff going on. I wouldn't bother farming any other dungeons other than spend your life in these two. Your gear's not bad, but it's not ascended and it's got random rolls on it that just HP with attack, it just doesn't make sense. You just want to keep the stats the same, but again, he's just got no ascension on so many things here, and we need to fix your glyphs. It's very, very low, but you know, just keep farming your faction wars. But your gears are not terrible. I've put Sifi in a speed thing and she can do that. I mean, it's not the best build, but it means that you can just go onto here and it should just literally do it. And it's not the quickest, but I don't think your gear's going to be strong enough to make it the quickest. Eventually it will. So if you get a bad run like that, if your Helm Smasher doesn't proc, then it's going to take a lot longer than what it should do. But it should still work. The time doesn't matter so much as making sure it's just going to be 100%. There you go, so much easier, much better time. Just farm this. It's also going to just give you the most Clan V Cam points as well. So you might need to check your champs because these have probably pulled some gear off people. She hasn't, he has not, but there are presets, so everyone will have what you had them in and then what I've just put them in. Now your problem with this, what she was in, this is ideal 9-piece protection, but not at that speed. She's got no survival, no inbuilt way of staying alive, so this is going to drop your turn meter, so that doesn't matter. You're just going to get one shot, so unless you can get 9-piece protection at like 400 plus speed, it's just not going to do it as much. You're much better just throwing in random builds, or even 6-piece if you can. She's useless without it, so it's much better to have her go fast than a protection set that's not doing anything. This isn't the best. That's even worse. You literally have got the perfect thing for him. You can, yeah, that just needs to go on him. Get rid of this. I see what you've done, but that's just going to be insanely better for him. That's just like possibly one of the best relics you can get for him. We'll do that another day. But yeah, we just need to fix this gear. I mean, HP with attack, flat attack, I mean, flat defense. Like, we need to farm to get enough dust to be rolling all this stuff up. So I wouldn't do any of your gear. I wouldn't use any dust. I'd just stockpile it, and we can then figure out what we're going to do. Yeah, I'd just keep farming these. Farm this, farm this, farm this. When you've got Darkfey, she next, the one after. Anyway, that's what I'd do. On here, stop buying these. This is terrible. This is just an absolute waste of 500. If it's this or energy when this is here, and the Lego book, anything else is just not worth buying. You really aren't going to ever use these until you try and do some crazy stuff in the future. You just don't need it. These need fixing. These just don't make sense. What you're doing here, what you're doing there, just doesn't make sense. So we can fix that tomorrow. That's not a problem. He doesn't need to be in this. He needs to be in deflection or just nothing. This isn't going to do anything. The speeds are really low. She's boosted up, but you had her in. She just doesn't need this level of accuracy when she literally puts increased accuracy on. So yeah, just changing a few little bits and pieces. This doesn't work. Most people would run a wand on her, which means you're just going to get yourself ruined. So I would just take her out of that and put her in, well, anything else. Because I saw someone, this team here, we can probably beat this without putting gear on people. Just by doing that. Again, he should have something on to stop that. There you go. It's just not even in danger of losing. Polymorph doing absolutely nothing there, and we kept debuffing him. It's just not going to work. Don't know if you got. I'm just being nosy. Brimstone on that is just random. You don't ever put, if you get Volk and you get him 5-star, don't ever put the 6-star on him, because all it does is just absolutely ruin you. You don't want to put a 6-star, you want to give him 5-star. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. No reason at all for that. That doesn't make sense. He needs Ward of the Fallen. That doesn't make sense if he's your speed booster. That definitely doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. He's a booster. Don't know why you'd put that on him as well. That's loopy. What are you doing there? Why does he put Life Harvest on? Anyway. I mean, most of these. We don't have it. Most of these we can probably just get through. We are going to beat that. That's going to piss me off if we don't beat that. Right, have they activated the... No. We can just do that. Or we could just do that, it'd be even easier. There we go, told you we could beat him. Yeah. Anyway, I can talk to you about your siege if you want to. Yeah, we just need to fix these bills, but the problem is we can't fix the bills until we've ascended a bunch of stuff. I did notice that you've got all this stuff. If it's basically not got a speed roll, it's just useless. Like, okay, you can use it for an off piece, but it's kind of useless. You're not really ever going to use that. We need to start counting the rolls. basically seeing what your fastest bit is. 23, 22, 22. Right, so basic 17, 17. Anything less than 16 we just sell. Just flat out sell. We've got enough pieces there. Apart from maybe weapons. So just look at each individual bit and find out what the quickest bit you've got is. So that's only 12, 11, 11, 11, 11. So all this you can just literally sell because it's just not rolled up enough. We don't need to be keeping hold of it. We'll never use it when we've got this. We don't need 5,000 pieces. We need good pieces, and with how easy it is just to make presets these days, we can just ship it over. That's good. That's not good. Build's good though. Doesn't need this. That doesn't need to be on her. Much better putting that on her. Get some more speed, get some more HP. Or you can, yeah, there's loads of things you can do anyway. Right, this. That's not going to work on him if you don't move this around. If you move this around, that's fine, but he's going to be under a shield. So he's going to be under a shield, so this damage is never going to exceed that, is it? So we're much better there you go, do something like that. So we need to put that on there. Personally, I'd remove this and just put another one, make his shields even stronger, because that's what we want. This isn't doing a fat lot, but that's up to you whether you want to spend it or not. You can do that. He runs off defense, so maybe do that. These tend to be quite useless anyway. You can, no, I wouldn't do that. It makes it harder to speed tune. I would do that. He's going to scale off defense anyway, so if we can increase it, it's not going to be a problem. Attack just doesn't work. Oh, okay. Well, that's rough. Yeah, there's lots of pieces that we can utilise this stuff on. You've got 150 of these. If it's a good piece, let's just, rather than keep it with stats that don't make sense, it makes much more, makes it viable to change it around. Wouldn't put him in that. You can get him in, you can get him in 9 piece. You've got him in 9 piece. That's fine, but this. Alright. Let's see if we can do it. Might better roll that. I'm not going to roll it now, but that rolls crit rate. This is fine. This is now gonna. You don't need. Your crit cap's about 200. Doesn't need that. If we can find 5 more there, that's okay. We can. There you go. Can glyph the speed. Can glyph the speed. Get his HP up. And we can maybe change that, and then we can change that as well for more accuracy. So there's lots of things we can do. It's not a problem to mix that up, but he's kind of not really. He's just a debuffer. We can do debuffing and we can do that. So that's not the worst thing to do. That's not the worst thing to do. So overall, you're not bad. We just need to get some glyphs, ascend it. So I'd just spend all my time just doing this for now, and then probably gear cleanse a lot of this stuff, because that can go mixed rolls. Resistance with crit rate doesn't make sense. Why would you want to be a damage dealer with big resistance and no other damage stat here, but we're doing damage? It's just weird sets. Again, accuracy with no accuracy. Okay, it's an off piece, but they're just a bit random now. Doesn't really do a fat lot. You're much better just concentrating on these sets that matter. This is a damage set, but we've got nothing doing damage. We've got just speed and accuracy. It's not resistance and speed, no damage again on a set that just does damage. I know it's attack, but it's worth keeping for people like Marius as well. Again, that's fine. You've got damage, but you could put a HP damage dealer, so you could put on someone like that. He's just way too slow to do a fat lot, but we can rebuild him. He's been stripped. He's just so out of the meta, it's unbelievable. So I'd nick his wand. I wouldn't really use him ever again. Nick his wand, put it on wherever she's gone, Queen of Hearts. She needs to be in a deflection set, not a mercurial set. It's not doing much for you, because the mercurial's great. Well, if you've got 9 PCDs, you've got these 2 things, but the problem is you're that slow. People are just coming and just burning these stacks off you, and then it's just doing nothing. It's not ever being refreshed. So unless you can get speed on it, it's just not really worth using. Which is exactly the same thing that happened here. She's got stacks, but she's slow. So all of a sudden those stacks are gone. And it's just a case of, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, we beat it before. It's not impossible to beat it. Yeah, but the stacks aren't doing a fat lot. So yeah, fix the blessings, terrible blessings. You can put her back if you want to. Yeah, it's not bad. The only other thing I did see that made no sense was, why are you hitting this? Why are you hitting brutal? The rewards here are just terrible. We've got blue and purple. We need to be hitting this. I mean, that's a team for trials, but you've got a Titus team. You can set up a Titus team if you want for that, or you can just keep it even easier. If you didn't want to run Titus, I mean, you can even do that. That will get you trials and that will get you through. You can even do that. You can even, if you need more damage, do that. That will get you. That'll do you that. That's a nightmare. You can ignore these. They're going to need a Mikage team, but that's fine. You can do enough trials and you can, yeah, you can hit that easy. We just need to put some gear on them, which is totally fine. So if you want me to fix that, I can fix that for you. Yeah, so I will just concentrate on getting this fixed, getting these done. Don't really sell any gear at the minute. I think pieces can just go, but I wouldn't really sell much. Just stock it, but I wouldn't touch the dungeons unless there's something event you want to do. That's fine. This is terrible. That's what you run on the when you're doing a fusion anyway. Nobody's running hard 10. What do you want from this? Next to nothing that is useful. Just been, again, the only time to do it is if you got triple speed and 1 minute's absolutely fine. I'd just leave that. You're not doing quicker than a minute unless you've got a load of nuts or something. Run that. If you just change it to like a normal Marius team, that will do that. That's for fusions. If you're not doing fusions, do that. Do stage 6. Doing 10's not worth it. Unless you can get this to closer to a minute, not worth it, just do 6. I don't know what you're doing in your... I mean, that's not bad. Put Wixwell as a lead rather than the resistant, you'll get more damage. Yeah, I mean, this is just terrible content anyway. I'm not going to help you with Hydrix, it's stupid. Yeah, I think that's what I'll start doing. Let me know if that makes sense.